Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Good to have you back. We're in that team building phase. As you know, we're in that team building phase, so we want to keep building those team building skills. So think about this as we're in this team building phase. Because teamwork is an essential part of the workplace, we want our kids to continue to build and finesse those teamwork skills. Alright, so continue to build and finessing those teamwork skills. We have a fun competition. At the end of the day, this is a big competition. It's going to be a program-wide competition. So you're going to split your teams up into groups, and they're going to create these fun little vehicles, and then we're going to take them outside, and they're going to compete. But before we go there, of course, as always, we want to be sitting in our circle and start with our question of the day. So our question of the day is, after losing a basketball game, LeBron James, one of my favorite basketball players, walked off the court without congratulating the players on the opposing team. So was this an example of poor sportsmanship? Be a question that you throw out there. Or is this a normal part of competition? So is sulking a part of competition? Or do you think athletes should set a good example? Do they have a responsibility to set a good example? And basically that's your question of the day, putting it in the context of basketball and being a player on a team, etc., etc. So again, before we move in this activity, I want to give you guys some food for thought. So using that basketball analogy there, think about this. So explain to your kids as you guys continue to build the team building skills that if someone were to score a basket, that they didn't score that basket by themselves, that it was everyone's coordination and cooperation that really helped score that basket, right? So and in today's workplace environment, most employers are looking for people who not only work well together, but understand that they're not always going to be the one who is carrying that basketball or making that basketball by them, making that basket by themselves. So again, they're not always going to get the ball, all right? And then what are we going to strive for? What are the goals that we're striving for? Again, I want to hit home on this. Getting the kids to work collaboratively together, and that's really important because everything is project-based from here on out. Getting the kids to comfortably feel like it's a trusting environment to contribute ideas, strategies, and suggestions so that they're participating in the TeamWorks program without fear. Getting the kids to communicate, and that is, not only giving but receiving as well. So, we don't want everybody to be bossy, but we want everybody to be able to receive communication. Having that healthy respect on the team, and then getting them to work together to make decisions together as a team. And then, if you're able to accomplish that, you've got a great healthy dynamic going on in your team. So when you're breaking your kids up into groups as well, I want your mentors to always think about this, get that healthy balance. By now you should know who your leaders are, who are the kids who are a little shy, and that we need to build their leadership skills. So try to create a healthy balance of your positive leaders and your shy kids on your team. The way I like to put it, try to mix up the soloists and the choir singers. All right, so our fun activity is called the Great American Egg Drop. The Great American Egg Drop. So it's going to use eggs, real eggs. These are plastic Easter eggs, but we're going to use real eggs. And what the kids are going to do, they're going to make a parachute. And they're going to make a little contraption so that their egg can sit in something, and they'll make a parachute. And then it's going to be a competition. So every team will have an egg. They're going to come up with a poster contest, which I'm going to tell you about. Your coordinator is going to take you outside at a very specific time, and then everyone's going to compete. And what we're going to do is drop the egg from different levels to see whose egg doesn't crack, all right? So the last egg standing wins. So again, you're going to go outside, program-wide activity. All the teams are going to compete against each other. They'll start off by, sharing their poster, and then of course they'll move into then dropping their egg from 3 different levels. So we'll start a little low, we'll drop it. If it doesn't crack, yay, it'll go to the next round. We'll start from another one. If it doesn't crack, we'll go to the next round, and then we'll go to the final round to see whose egg can live the final round. All right? So before I demonstrate exactly how to facilitate the activity, I want to talk about the poster. The poster requires a name, so they have to come up with a cool, catchy name, and then a slogan. So we have one for you right now. Our egg's going to be called the Humpty. All right, the Humpty. Hashtag the Humpty if you want to check. Getting the king safely off the wall since 1992. Do your math. We've been around since 1992. Safety is our priority. No cracks, no promises. It's a joke. No cracks is our promises. And www.getthehumpty.com. All right, so that would be our poster. All right, so if I could have our folks come off camera, and what they're going to do is demonstrate really quickly how to build an egg parachute. So you go for it, you guys. So here's your egg, here's your egg. So the materials they're going to have rubber bands. They're going to have straws. They're going to have yarn, and toothpicks. Both teams will get a Dixie cup and tape. Sorry about that, Carla. And they will get a bag. Let me steal that really quickly. A bag which will serve as a parachute. All right, you guys got a couple of minutes. Wow, Patty, that's really good. How'd you come up with that idea, Patty?
Just wanted to give some cushion in the bottom so it won't break.
So you wanted to put some cushion in there to keep that egg from breaking. Carlos, how are you going to use those straws? What's going on with those straws?
To hold the egg inside the cup.
So hold the egg, oh, so it doesn't fall out. So when it bounces, that it stays inside its cup. That's a cool idea. Kuana, what are we doing over here with our scissors? What are we cutting?
I'm preparing our parachute.
You're making a parachute? Excellent. Good teamwork. Now, Kuana, did you communicate with Patty about your parachute, or did you just go for it?
I just went for it.
Oh, well,
I should have talked to her.
You should have communicated. Okay, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that you guys just mentally on the same page and you're going to achieve a successful parachute. How about over here? Did you guys communicate your idea?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we worked together. I kind of did the parachute and Carlos did the other part, so then we kind of worked together to put it all together.
Oh, so you guys assigned roles and took your own little piece to make your final product. I like it. I like it. So let's see if who can come up with one. Now, mentors, you're going to have a lot more time than this. So you'll have time. You'll split your team up in a couple of groups. You can have a group that's kind of like your marketers, where they can kind of come up with the ad campaign. Again, the name, the slogan, the catchy phrase. And then you can have other folks actually making your parachute and your little egg carton or whatnot, make the contraption or the vehicle. All right? So it looks like this team is done first. It's not a competition to see who gets done first, but we just want to show you two different examples. And then basically what we would do as this team is working on it, as I said before, we would drop it off different levels. So I'm just going to just show, oh, we have yours. God, you guys are fast. So here's one, and we'll show, woo, great job. It didn't crack. All right, let's see if this one's going to crack. Oh, this one's interesting. Oh, you're very interesting. All right, here we go. Woo! And we'll see if it crack. All right. Supposedly their eggs didn't crack, we'd go to the next round. Very good, nice job, good teamwork. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. So I like to end always on a great quote. So think about this. Teamwork divides the tasks and multiplies the success. Again, so teamwork divides the task and multiplies the success. And then for us mentors, we want to keep this in mind, that the basic building block of good team building is for a leader to promote the feeling that every human being is unique and adds value. Will, signing out.